So let's go back to this model you guys were modifying last we left off. And if you, for some reason, did not save this, go ahead and draw it back up again. It's not too complicated. You have a 15-inch wall, 10-inch wall, 15, and then a little 10-inch radius protrusion here at the side. And I don't think we ever actually said how wide this was. So let's just go ahead and fix that. If we click on the wall, then we have the option to align it with things. Your alignment tool is here. Oh, we haven't saved our project recently. I'll do that later. And I'll align the midpoint of this wall with the corner of this one. So now these two are aligned, and I probably also want this edge aligned with this, if it'll let me. There we go. Snap that back in place. Okay. Well, I thought that was aligned. Alright. There, that's a little better. Let's go and talk about how to add doors and windows. So if you click back to your architecture tab, you have the option for doors. Notice when I click that, I have a little circle with a line through it that I can't just put a door anywhere I want. It has to be on a wall. So if I click on one of these walls, you'll see it adds a door. And right now, this is a sliding closet door, which is probably not what would belong here since this is the outside of the house. If you click on it, it highlights it over here, and in your properties bar, you can change this to whatever kind of door you might want. Let's go for a double pane glass door. Let's do 72 by 78. And it swings open. You can choose if it swings inside or outside by clicking these little arrows. Let's have those swing out. And let's make a main entrance door. So how about a single raised panel with side lights? That's kind of cool. And we'll do about a 30 by 80. Now we'll go for a bigger door. 36 by 80. And we'll put that over here. Oh, you know what? I just changed what kind of door I had there. Let's go back a step. I have to click my door tab one more time. Now I can go and pick out the 36 by 80. I'll put it over here. Now, notice a couple of things. When you have your door selected, if you hit spacebar, it'll rotate through different placement options. Open left, open right, open in, open out. You can also change that by clicking these little arrows here or here. And it'll just switch sides. Let's have it swinging out and towards this arc. Okay? So again, if we want to change the kind of door, we can click on it. We can change the type here. We can change how it swings. To change the placement of it, I could simply just grab my door and drag it. I can use my alignment tool. Here's a line. If I want to keep that in line with that, I can click the two, right click, and hit cancel. If I click on a door, I can also modify how far the center is away from an edge. So right now, this is not perfectly centered, is it? Alright. I could change this to be, I don't know, let's call this 5.5 instead. 5.2. It's a little closer. How about just 5? Hey, there we go. Perfect. I should have just looked over here and saw it was 10. Okay, so we have a couple of different doors. They're both swinging out. Let's have some windows in here. So let's go back to your architecture tab. Click on window. Again, we have all different kinds of windows we can choose from. Let's go for a big window here. We have a 36 by 48. That sounds good. We'll put this over here. And notice it has, if I cancel out of this enough times, when you click on it, this has the same kind of options that your door would have. But in this case, these arrows represent the exterior of the house. You want the outside of the window to be facing the outside, so let's make sure whenever you put these on a drawing, these arrows are on the outside of your structure. Okay? Just like with the door, you can click and drag to move it. You can click and adjust these. You can use the alignment tool. There's a number of different ways that you can adjust this. Let's go and have the center of that window 15 feet from this edge wall. And let's add in another window with a fixed trim, let's say 36 by 48, and we'll put it over here. We have a kind of a boring house. I just did it again. Change that back to what it was before. Actually, here, I'll just use the undo button. I don't remember what we had before. 36 by 48 casement with trim. Yeah, it sounds about right. Click window again. We'll do a fixed trim with the 36 by 72. We'll place that over here somewhere. The outside is facing the outside. That looks good. And I'll tell you what, let's just put those all the way along this wall. And I'll teach you a little trick if you hit escape a couple of times. Well, maybe I can't teach you a trick. It's not doing what I wanted it to do. Oh well, let's just space these out. Alright, I figured out how to do it. Sorry about that. I was just trying to select the windows. I forgot you have to actually click Align Dimension first. Then you can click multiple objects, like the centers of all these windows. You can set those down somewhere, and you have a little EQ sign that pops up. If you click that, that makes these all equal distant apart. And it spreads them all out evenly. So now there's the same amount of gap between every window, which is good. That's what we wanted. So let's go ahead and right click, cancel that. We'll leave that as equal spacing. Actually, let's see if we can put the walls in there too. Grab that align tool. Because I don't think those are equally spaced before. Ooh, oh, it doesn't like that. Oh well, that's pretty good too. We'll leave it like that. Sorry, let's try this one more time. Click EQ for equal spacing. Cancel that out. That looks good. You've now added doors, you've added windows. I'm going to ask you on your quiz and later about how to change the swing of a door and how to tell if a window is facing inside or outside. Might throw in a question about how to make equally spaced things, and the key to that is that you're using the Align Dimension tool that's up here in your Modify toolbar. And how to change door and window types, and that's over here in the Properties menu. Alright, so good luck.